My name is Joseph Ferriola. I'm on the Phoenix campus. My nursing journey really started with my wife. She's a registered nurse and I always looked at her like a hero. The whole decision was a huge journey. I went active duty Marine in 2008. My job was an airborne air delivery specialist. So basically it was, if it fell from the sky in a parachute, that's what I would do. It was amazing. I loved it. It was fast paced. It was high risk and kept the adrenaline pumping. I also spent time as a drill instructor where I got to instruct a lot of people and kind of give them guidance. I feel it was the most impactful portion of my career because I saw myself in a lot of these young men coming in, being able to help guide those people to get to a better spot in their life and more opportunities. I reflect on those days constantly, standing on the parade deck and dismissing my platoons. It was some of the best moments of my life. Over the last couple of years of my military career, I noticed a drastic decline in my mental health. I didn't want to identify it. I didn't want to be like, okay, I'm mentally struggling right now. Life's getting hard. And I would kind of just compartmentalize it and shove it into a bottle and just let it hide. But it got to too much. And I knew I couldn't continue on that way because I had no joy in life. And every day was a grind and every day was hard and every day was a struggle. Because on my last deployment, I had my best friend. We were partners on a deployment. And I vividly remember he would have stomach pains constantly. And I'm like, what is going on? We got back from the deployment and progressed and he got the test and it ended up being cancer. It was a big shock because there was so much I didn't know. He was family. He was such a motivation for me to make this decision as well, because throughout his battle, he would always talk about his nursing staff and his oncology nurses and how much they took care of him. I think that's really what this whole journey for me is. I want to be that for others and use all these experiences I've had in life to help people that are in, either mental distress or struggling with PTSD or something like that. It's such a familiar ground for me, and I know what goes on in that head because I unfortunately, struggle with it as well. So me getting out was more of a focus on I need to fix myself in a way and learn to live again, and then to be with my family and to just grow. It was one of my therapy sessions to the VA, and my therapist suggested to me, how about you heal others to heal yourself? And it kind of hit me like a brick. And I'm like, I never thought about it like that. I never thought I could get into college. I never thought I could do it. And then that week we found Arizona College of Nursing and got our interview. And Arizona College of Nursing is just so welcoming to veterans. And I think that's the biggest factor for me was the staff knew how to navigate the GI Bill and then the structure that's behind the schooling. There's no lapse, there's no delays. You know what's coming. You know the schedule, you know when things are due and everything like that. It's such a familiar feeling from being in the military. And I just wish when veterans leave service that this was one of the schools that they would tell us about, because there's so many military members that just want to help. That's mainly the reason why they go into the military, is to help on a scale beyond themselves. I feel like it would help so many more veterans knowing that this school is out there. Getting accepted into this school and the streamlined process and how organized and how welcoming they are really gives me something to live for again. I wanted to do something that felt unreachable for myself. And I just fell in love with it, just to hone in on those nursing skills and to understand why we do what we do or why nurses do what they do. Everybody wants you to see you pass and make it through. And it's incredible. I never thought college would be like that, where it's like everybody wants you to succeed. I want to help everyone around me on a different level. I'm so used to being in the military and helping that way. But I feel like there's a different level of respect for medical professionals. And it was just something that I never thought I could achieve. Value Scholarship, it was the first time I ever put my life out into the open. Receiving this award, it's that validation that I can do this and I can make it and that I made the right choice.